Mamai. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First off, I want to thank you guys for the support. You guys did the most last year. You guys have really helped me grow and all that. My channel has been doing well, anyways. This is my first video for the year, so happy new year's. I know I've been kind of quiet, but I'm here and I promise I'm gonna be consistent. Anyways, today's video is gonna be about my journey as a medical student. I'm gonna tell you all about it, how I got here, so this is how, I've never really dreamt of becoming a medical student like that, growing up. It was never really in my head that I want to be a doctor, So when I went to school, the first school I went to was Oshigambo High School. So it's like I had an amazing accounting teacher. So I was like, I want to be a CA, because one thing about me also, I actually look up to people. The people around me kind of motivate me. So it's like when I'm around somebody who is so good or does something, I just kind of start wanting that vibe, So it's like I was always like, I want to be like him. But he was actually an accountant, but he decided to be a teacher because his dream was apparently to teach or something. Anyway, so it went on like that until grade 10. I changed schools and I went to Negumbo. So it's like there it was a science school, so I couldn't continue doing accounting. And then I was like, accounting and science, are they really going to match and all that? So I kept on asking myself, what do I want to do? And then I was like, I want to become a pharmacist. But then with pharmacy, okay, one thing about me, I suck at maths and physics. So I asked this girl, I love doing my research also. I asked this girl who was doing pharmacy. I was like, oh, how is it? She was like, maths. Well, I was like, I rest my case. So then I started getting closer to my derma, because I used to go to a dermatologist. I started getting closer to her, and then I started asking her questions about medicine and all that. So I kind of started having an interest in medicine. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do medicine, and I'm going to do it in Russia. So I didn't tell my dad about it. I only told my mom. I was like, Mommy, I want to go to Russia and all that, because my choice was between Russia and Ukraine. But my cousin in Ukraine was like, don't come here, maybe Russia will be better off and all that. So I was like, okay. And then I knew some people in Moscow, so I used to kind of ask questions and all that. And then I decided to apply. I applied online because I used a different agent, different from the one I came with. I applied, and then I just kept quiet about it. I was accepted. And then when my grade 12 results came out, I went to my dad. When I showed him the results, I was like, Daddy, I want to go to Russia. I want to go do medicine. He was like, how are you going to get there? How are you going to apply and all that? Because people usually think applying to Russia is a big deal. It's not really a big deal, but I'm going to make a video on that, a different one, on how to apply and all that. Anyways, I applied, my applications came, whatever. Then I found myself in Russia. In first year, we used to have, we had maths and chemistry. Chemistry was in first year and second year. Guys, I used to be in class and I'm just like, this is why I didn't go for pharmacy. But that maths was not even that deep. It was deep, but it was not like I was gonna do it until, but I didn't know that. So I started regretting it. I remember with my chemistry, we came late, so we're kind of behind, and then every single time, when these teachers are not really patient like that, so it's like every time I come home, I have a homework, and in my hostel I was the only first year in there, a black first year, so things were kind of tough. Every single day I used to cry. It came to a point where I wanted to go back home, but the only reason that kept me here was my parents' money, because I don't have a loan, I'm not on scholarship or anything. So now it was one of those things. So I started putting money together, and I'm like, bruh, don't play like that. My friends were not gonna find it funny, so I was like, you push. Then until later I heard that that's just for the first 2 years, the torture and all that, and then I decided to stay. Yeah, medicine. It's quite an interesting course, For me personally, I love helping people, so I feel like it's an ideal course for me. But it also has its ups and downs. What they don't tell you is the depression, the anxiety, everything behind it. Because there are gonna be days where you actually just feel like you're not good enough for the course. Like there are literally days where I just sit down and I'm like, do I really want to do this? Was I really meant for this, you know? But like sometimes these thoughts come in, and then later I'm just like, oh, but this is God's plan for my life, you know? This is what he wanted me to do. If he knew I was not gonna be able to finish my course or to do this course, he wouldn't have brought me here, you know? So that's kind of like what keeps me pushing. I remember the time I used to have difficulties with anatomy, but I used to study it, but anatomy was just that subject that would hit me hard. The first time I failed it, I remember I studied for that subject. And then for us, like here in my school, when you fail, they give you like 2 chances to like redo your exam, so like you eventually end up passing. So like it's not really a big deal when you fail an exam like that. But like for me, I remember that day, it was actually in winter. I literally went out with just my lab coat, and I stood there and I was just like, what just happened in there? And it was actually a simple question that failed me. You know, sometimes with these subjects, we go so deep, like you go in the depth and then you forget the things that are just here below. And then when you get in there, the teacher is like, you know. So that's what happened with my anatomy, but I got it. This other time again, we had an exam and it was about the brain. I just panicked and everything went out of my head. This teacher is asking me questions. I'm just like, and when I panic, like sometimes I get panic modes in this school, and it's like things just go out. It will feel like I have not studied anything. But then that anatomy was different. Like my head was literally empty, and I was like, say, there's no future for me. I'm going to come back in Feb. No, it wasn't even. It was in summer actually, I think. So I went, and then guys, when I went out of that class on my way to the bus stop, because we take buses in Russia, I was revising my notes. Everything was in my head, everything that I felt. And guys, like I literally just broke down. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So like, yo, that's what goes on here. Like I literally have all these panic attacks sometimes. But at the end of the day, I feel like at the end of the day, I usually just pull through and whatever. And also, like, one thing about medical students is that we self-diagnose ourselves. Every single time you learn something new, you are like, the other day I was having these symptoms. That's why, like, when we are sick, we make it a big deal in most cases, because you are just thinking of the things that you were taught and all that, you know. Even like sometimes when you're telling your friend like, my stomach is paining, the first thing they'll ask you, in which region? Just such things. But that's just how it is. But actually, I really love doing medicine despite everything that I go through, despite all those times where I just feel like I'm not good enough for the course and all that. I really love it and I enjoy it. I just love the way it is. Sometimes people would ask, like, are you not scared, like, you know, of seeing wounds and all that? First off, for me, when I overcame this fear by watching movies, especially Grey's Anatomy, like I would make sure that if there's an operation or something, my eyes would be like this. Like I'll watch every minute of it. That's how I overcame my fear of all those things. So it's like eventually, at first maybe you'll be scared of it, but eventually you just get used to it. Like it becomes a normal thing, because now it's one of those things that you're gonna work with. It's the same thing of people being like, seeing dead bodies, what. It's actually not that deep, you know. And also, this is my advice to anybody who's in grade 12, or like if you have a sister or whatever in grade 12. When you're choosing your course, I want you to give yourself time, be patient with yourself, ask yourself what you like. If you know that you are not able to work with people, or if you are impatient like that, or if you are kind of rude, because if you are rude, you would know, go for another course. Like don't like these courses, you always know yourself, you know your abilities. If you know, like, don't let anybody tell you that go do medicine just because it's your father's dream or it's your mother's dream. That's not how it works. Or if you don't want to be a teacher, if you know that you suck at teaching and all that, don't become a teacher, because like those things are going to affect you at the end. These are like gonna be your learners, and at the end of the day you can't even teach, you know. So do what you like, because also like you want to graduate and start working and you want to enjoy your job. You want to wake up and you are happy because today I'm going to see patient. You don't want to wake up and you are just like, please, here we go again, this is another day. And imagine you're gonna have all those long hours and all those things. So you gotta go for a course that you like, because this is something that you're gonna do for almost like the rest of your life. So you gotta enjoy it, so you don't feel like you're being pressured or it's again another week of torture or whatever. And also again, one thing about med students, people are usually like, med students are nerds, they don't have fun and all that. I feel like with medical students, in as much as med school is you know, you gotta make it fun for yourself. Because for me personally, I feel like if I don't have fun in medical school, I will not be able to have fun anymore, because now my life is just gonna be in and out of the hospital, you know. So it's like sometimes you have fun, you go to parties, we do all these things. You just gotta balance. At the end of the day, you know that okay, I have a test, you know, and they don't finish. Tests don't finish. So it's just one of those things. We actually have fun. It's not like we're in prison or anything. It's fun. I feel like especially when you are abroad, you do whatever you want to do. You are able to like experience life, you know, differently. And yeah, so I don't regret doing medicine. I feel like this has been so far the best decision that I've made in my life. And thank God my parents didn't have to pressure me, and also like they were just being supportive like that, because actually I didn't even know my dad was going to allow me to come abroad, because the fact that I used to be like, I'm kind of like a sick child, not really sick like that, but anyways, like I have asthma. So it's like he never really liked it when I go like far from home and all that. Like that was one thing that even like first he used to like, he kind of like thought about it for a while. Because even when I finished school, he was like, oh, you're going to do I don't think window is a great idea, maybe just do education in HP. But personally I can't teach. So I was like, daddy, that's not gonna work. Like it's not gonna work. That's why I was just like, I'm gonna apply my things, I'm gonna do my things, and then just let him know that I was accepted, you know. So that's it. So I don't regret doing this. I actually love it here. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Look out for my video on how to apply abroad and all that. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe. Until next time, bye.